Hey guys, welcome to the show. Hey, this is an interesting episode that we're going to be talking about here. This is about someone who thinks that they have bad karma because they're doing really bad things. They are beginning to have a bit of a complex and a guilty conscience about the work that they're doing. It's really interesting though, because I think probably if you can't relate to it directly, you probably can relate to it in other ways where you feel like, oh, I've been doing something I shouldn't have been doing and I need to make a change. How do I do that? Where do I go? How do I, it's never easy. If it was easy, no one would ever do anything that was wrong or not healthy for them. And that's just not the case. We all do stuff that, can either harm us personally or harm other people. So anyway, this is about a used car salesman who, by all his accounts, is basically, doing really scummy things to people. He's scamming people and selling bad cars and all that other stuff. But he wants to make a change. So how do you do it? What's the easiest way to do it? Is there an easy way to do it? Well, I give my feedback, but I don't know. You tell me. I mean, listen to the problem and see how you can help someone possibly change their life for the better in a way that's substantive. It's not easy, I know, but it's worth discussing, right? That's for sure. I'm trying to think. I've never been in the job where I was scamming people where I felt like that. But certainly I think I can relate to the idea of I could be doing more. Maybe I should be doing more with my life. Maybe I should be doing something to help people. You know what I'm saying? Like you do feel that sometimes, I think anyway. And in those times, I realize that I actually have to let go of something in order to get to that next space that I'm trying to get into to help people or to better myself. So anyway, that's it. I don't have any announcements this week, guys. Everything is just kind of rolling right along, but I do want you to remember that you can reach out to me at charlie@nobodyaskedpodcast.com. You can follow me on Twitter at It's Complicated, one word, It's Complicated. And you can follow me on Facebook at Charlie Oliver. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Charlie Oliver BK. Yeah, that's it. Feel free to comment on this episode. Let me know what you think. Have you had a similar experience? Do you know of someone who's like this? Do you even know of any used car salesmen? I mean, I don't. But anyway, the joke is that they don't have souls, right? But maybe they get a bad rap. Apparently this one has a soul and he wants to use it to do good. So who am I to laugh at that? So yeah, let's see what the guy has to say and see if we can help him. All right. And I hope you enjoy the episode. Holla at me if you have any questions or feedback. All right. Bye. This problem was sent in to Ask Andrew WK in the Village Voice, and the person who wrote this signs off as killing my karma. And he says, I work at a used car dealership where I'm forced to rip people off. It's killing my spirit a little bit every day. I wish I could be making the world a better place, but instead I'm spending 60 hours a week selling snake oil and gypsy tears to poor, unsuspecting people. How do I dig myself out of this situation and reverse all of the bad karma? The job pays well, and while I know that money isn't everything, it covers the bills and supports my family. Should I quit this job and take a lower paying job? Should I keep the job and just be glad I'm getting by? I'm not sure how to turn this situation around, but this isn't who I am. All right, sign, killing my karma. All right, killing my karma. This is really, look, kudos to you for realizing that you don't want to be what you are right now and that you're ready for a change. Sometimes I hope sometimes we have to go into dark places in order to realize that we want to be of the light or that we don't want to do the things that we're doing. So this is, sort of the path that we take in life to figure out what we want. And you've made a realization. And the good thing about making a realization is that it's the beginning of change. The difficult thing is actually making the change, because you now have to set out to make a plan, and you've got to figure out how to follow through on the plan, and you will likely need to make sacrifices in the beginning in order to reach your goals, right? And you're acknowledging that to some degree in here. When you mention money and you mention things like that, you may have to sacrifice some things right now in order to go deep and go long with what you really want in life and what you want to give in life. So let me go to your questions at the end. I like to look those over again before I start running off at the mouth. Let's see. Should I quit this job and take a lower paying job? I think that question is actually a little problematic, because it presupposes that anything else that is a job that's good for your soul is one that's not going to pay well financially, right? So it seems to be that you're equating a job that isn't good for your soul as being the only kind that can bring you a lot of money, and the ones that would be good for your soul, that would bring good karma to you, is going to make you broke. And I think that is unfortunately a screwy perspective that you have, because you've been doing what you've been doing. See, what happens is when we're doing something for long enough, whether it's good or bad or whatever, I'm just saying, if we're doing it long enough, our perspective on the world becomes skewed through the prism of that thing. And if it's strong enough, and if it's, powerful enough, it can really be sort of, it can distort your view of reality in a way that could be really detrimental and keep you locked into where you are. Right? That's what happens to people. Unfortunately, they get stuck and they don't see their way out, but it's because they're looking through the lens of their situation that they've been in for so long. So I think that might be the case here with you. It sounds like you've been in it so long, you don't seem to see that there are plenty of jobs out there that are fulfilling and that pay very well, that will allow you to make a good impact in the world. I mean, hey, hell, there's a lot of entrepreneurs. That's called being an entrepreneur too. You can be an entrepreneur. Ask any wealthy entrepreneur. Ask Richard Branson if he feels like he's making a positive impact in the world, and he'll tell you, fuck yeah, and he's like a billionaire, right? So you can do what you want to do and make a lot of money at it, and not suck the life's blood, soul, money out of some poor, unsuspecting person, coming to buy some crappy car. All right, but let's move on. Should I keep the job and just be glad I'm getting by? Well, I think if you're feeling this discomfort with the job, something is telling you that you need to move on. So why don't you listen to what you're saying. And I'm going to go back to the top of your letter here and answer your question with your statement. Should you keep the job? And then in the first paragraph, you say, it's killing my spirit a little bit every day. So why don't we rephrase that question? Should you kill your spirit a little bit every day until you're eventually dead before you're 30? I mean, that's kind of the question phrased another way based on what you're telling me. And the answer is, of course, no. Why should you? You shouldn't have to do that. The world's a big place. We live in America. You have a lot of opportunities available to you. So no, don't go off the deep end. Don't go off the deep end. All right. I'm not sure how to turn the situation around, but this isn't who I am. Well, start with that. This isn't who I am. But then the question is, who are you? So what you might want to do, and there's a number of ways you can go about doing this. Honestly, I mean, you probably will want to talk to a few people, because this is a process of self-discovery, and that's never easy. And that's never as simple as one answer. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this one answer is going to be the answer that you need. I think every question that you probably have right now and every answer that you get from people is going to lead you to more questions, just as much as it's going to lead you to answers that help you to make a move forward, right? So as long as you're open to that process, you're good, man. You're good. You're not going to necessarily have absolute answers that's going to make you go like, bam, I've got it. It's all under control. This is everything that I am. What you will need to do, though, is sit down and write out, I think, personally, a couple of things. You have to figure out who you are and what you want. Never easy. You have to find another job that's aligned with that. I wouldn't suggest going to find another job until you really think about who you are and what you want. And that, believe it or not, goes a long way to countering the bad karma. So you're saying you're racking up bad karma by ripping people off in this crappy job, but you've begun to turn that karma around by admitting that you're ripping people off in a crappy job and you want to get out of this. So you've already started correcting the karma. I think the universe knows that, and you'll begin to get answers that will help you make that move. You'll begin to see shifts and things come into your life that'll push you out of that position as long as you're open to them. So that being said, the question now becomes, well, then what? What am I doing? Figure out who you are and what you want to do, and what you might want to do is spend the next couple of months. Don't quit your job tomorrow, because I'm personally one who thinks that you have a family, you have to be responsible about how you do it. Maybe what you do is work out a plan, a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan to explore what you are and how you want to do this and what jobs you might be interested in, right? And learn more about what you want to do so that you don't take another position that's not in line with who you are emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually, right? Because presumably you took that first one because it was good pay. You didn't know who you were. You just were like, hey, this is cool. I'll do it. Right? I mean, we all get to that point at some point. We take jobs that aren't aligned with what we are. My thing with you, though, is that you look at, I would start by doing a plan and saying within 4 months, maybe sooner, maybe a little later, but within 4 months, I want to have a new job. All right. That's going to give me time to search for a job. It's going to give me time to figure out what I really want to do. It's going to give me time to do some research. It's going to give me time to do some soul searching. Whatever you have to do, start meditating, start speaking to your pastor, start writing out daily what your thoughts are, what you want to do. Go to some events that are interesting to you. I don't know if social causes are your thing. I don't know what they are, but really put yourself out there and really begin to express what you're thinking and feeling so you can figure this stuff out. But give yourself, say, 4 months from now, I'm going to quit my job. All right. Until then, I'm going to save up a lot of money. You already work 60 hours a week. That's a lot of hours, actually. But yes, save up as much as you can. Right? And begin to test the waters, begin to look at the job market, see what's out there, and understand where you fit in the marketplace now as well. I mean, do your homework, so you're in a good position to be able to make the move smartly so that you don't make the same mistake. I guess that's what I'm saying. And quitting today is not smart. That doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help the universe. It doesn't help your family. I don't think. I think doing this smartly and just asking the universe and people around you, what should I do? What are some of the things that I'm really interested in? And trying new things and writing out a plan and then living that plan over the next few months until you quit with the job that is going to make you happier or feel more fulfilled is the goal. That's it. Have you spoke to your family about this? That's a good start. I mean, what does your family say? Are you married? You didn't mention, but if you're married, what does your wife say? That's important too. So anyway, good luck. That to me is killer. That's kick ass. That's discovery. That's everything. What do you guys think? What would you tell him if someone came to you and said, hey, I feel like a scumbag. I'm really doing some really shady shit here. This is not what I am. I want to change. How do I change? I mean, what would you tell them? Right? It's not as easy as we like to think it is. Let's be real. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing the thing that they want to do in life, and they're not. You just have to trust your inner compass and at the same time be open to the external compass that the universe is guiding you by and the feedback that you're getting from people. And have a plan. Sit down, write it out. 4 months, 3 months, 5 months. I want to do this, 2 months. Or maybe you want to go back to school for a couple of months. You say, hey, I'm going to go back and get this particular certificate that I need. Maybe you want to do something else, get that certificate or get whatever for 2 months. I think your soul will be able to stand it if you're in that position for another 3 months or another 2 months or whatever while you get your act together and then make a move. Anyway, that's my feedback. I wish you the best and keep it moving. You got something to do in this world, that's for sure. You're here. All right, guys, that's my feedback. I'll have the link in the show notes. You can give your feedback and I will read it on air. And look forward to hearing what you guys have to say.